Lagging.
Hello, me again, Bluepipe. How are you, you lovely fuckers? So you may remember a little while ago I made a video about old people and how they're arseholes and they shouldn't be driving and they're getting slow and they need to take responsibility for themselves. Well, this is kind of another story about old people, but not how they're arseholes, how they're lovely little folk. I've got a few neighbours and I live in a little close that's full of old people. I'm the youngest here by about 50 years easily. And when I first moved in 4 years ago, I made a point of going around to all of their houses saying, "Hello, it's me again, Bluepipe, how are you, you lovely fuckers?" I didn't say that. Just introduced myself and told them if there's anything they ever need help with, anything lifting anything, taking their bins out because they're a bit heavy, anything at all. If they need help, call me. Here's my number. I'm here to help. Because obviously I was moving in 4 years ago. I had my fucking hood up, shaved head, I was looking like a little bit of a cunt, and these people, I saw them all looking out their window at me when I first moved in, thinking, uh-oh, moving all my big speakers in. They thought they were in for a right fucking cunt of a neighbour. But no, I'm a lovely bastard. Well, I'm lovely to them, I'm horrible to you lot because you lot are cunts. So, none of them have ever really called on me, apart from one whose heating died once, and I told her to ring British Gas because I don't know anything about heating. And a few times they've asked me to move their bins because they're a bit heavy. But the other week I was at work, about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I got a phone call from one of them. And she said to me, she's a lovely old duck, lives up the road, must be about 80, 90 years old, slow as anything, really frail old duck. And she come on the phone to me all worried. "Oh, Ross, can you, I don't know, my husband's fallen over and the ambulance is going to take 20 minutes to get here. I was wondering if you could pop up and help." I was like, "Yeah, no problem, I'm just at work. Let me speak to the old man, tell him I need to disappear for 5 minutes. She said, "Oh no, if you're at work, you stay there." I said, No, your husband's fallen over. I'm coming home now. I'll be there in 2 minutes. I worked literally 2 minutes up the road, so I hopped in the car, booted down the road, and there he was, bless his old cotton socks, in his doorway, lying on the floor. He'd fallen over, couldn't get himself up. She'd put a jacket over him to keep him warm because he'd fallen in the doorway and they couldn't close the door, so their house was freezing cold. Anyway, I settled him. "Hello, Stuart, how are you?" He wasn't really with it. He'd taken a knock. He was a bit slow, didn't know what was going on. Tried to help him up. And I'll tell you what, you can get the lightest, oldest, frailest person in the world, but when their body isn't working, good lord, they're fucking heavy. Real heavy. He couldn't help me get him up, so I was literally, I'm not the fucking strongest bastard. I'm a skinny little rump myself. So I got me hands under his arms, managed to get him up after 5 minutes, and I was really concerned that if I'm lifting up too hard, I might be squeezing, I might be hurting him. Long and short of it, I got him up, walked him slowly into his lounge. I had all of his body weight on me, and God, it was heavy. He must only be about 8 stone, but when they're not helping, it's like, go and pick up somebody that's passed out. Go and pick up someone that's sleeping. Fucking impossible unless you're a massive muscle man. Got him into his lounge, sat him in his chair. The old duck was worried as well. She was worrying, saying, "Oh, let me go and get the shopping out the car." I was like, "No, Jessie, you sit down." Bobby, whatever her name is. Got Stuart in his seat, and as soon as I put the old man in his seat that he's just fallen over, he's trying to stand up, trying to go and get the shopping out the car as well. Alright, look. And the missus was getting angry with him, saying, "Stuart, sit down. You're old, you're just falling over. Just stop it. Just take a minute." So we closed their door, we let the house warm up. I went out to the car to get their bits and bobs out there shopping, locked up the car for them. Meanwhile, this old duck's still trying to come out the front door, put stuff in her bin. I was like, no, let me take that for you. You just go and sit down and relax, wait for the ambulance to come sort it out. Anyway, they were the most grateful people I've ever fucking seen, thanking me profusely for what I'd just done. And I guess to them, what I'd just done was massive, because if he'd been sitting in his doorway for another 20 minutes, who knows, pneumonia, hypothermia, it could have all kicked in. He could have deteriorated with blood flow not flowing properly. So we got him into his seat and I went back to work. The ambulance turned up shortly after and sorted him out. He was fine. He popped down to me a couple of days later, gave me a nice bottle of red wine, said thank you. I said, "Oh, I didn't fucking need to do that. I don't do these things to say thanks or get praise. I do this because, well, you needed help and I can help. What's the point of you waiting 3 hours for a fucking ambulance when I'm 2 seconds down the road? I'm here to help. I told you all this when I moved in. I'm here. Anyway, thought nothing of it. All moved on. Seen them a couple of times and they've been walking around as normal, still getting in their car, which they need to stop. They really need to stop driving because they're unsteady on their feet. They can get their taxis and stuff. I was getting in my car the other day to go back to work and they were getting in their car, and he came back over to me and he said, "Ross, I just wanted to thank you again. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here today." Did I save this old boy's life? If I did, wow, that's a feeling and a half. I'd never thought I'd ever be in a position to save someone's life. You hear these stories all over the internet that people are saving lives. You never think it has happened to you. I don't think I saved his life. I think he would have been absolutely fine laying there for another 20 minutes, but the fact is I wasn't prepared to let that happen. It was just a nice feeling, the fact that he thought I'd saved his life. If I did, brilliant. That's about the end of the story. Now, I'm not making this video for you lot to say, yeah, you're a good boy, Pipe. Don't fucking lick my ass. It's nothing special what I did. I just did what I would hope anyone in the same situation would do. Your job is not as important as somebody else's life. Fair enough, I work for my dad, so I can just say, Dad, this needs to be done. I'm going. I'm doing this video. If you have old neighbours, just make a point. Once a week, knock on their door and ask them how they are. They might be lonely, even if they live with their partner. They might be lonely, they might be sad, they might not have the most communication with other people. Go and say hello to them. Offer them to help with their bins, taking them out. Offer them to help with lifting stuff if they ever need to. Just be a nice neighbour. Trust me, it's not about karma, it's not about anything like that. It's just about being a nice, fucking normal human being. So, there's a bit of a positive story on my channel. Fuck off, watch another video, and I'll see you later, fuckers. If you're still here, like my video, subscribe to my channel, and fucking comment on my video, because you're a glorious fucker. If you're not going to do them, fuck off, because you're a cunt. Adios. I love you.